And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Oh my God, it's awesome. You know, I was just thinking that when you watch Crypto Hulk program, you got probably one of the better researchers in the crypto space. I'm able to find amazing stuff that nobody else can even find. And it's because I put my requests out to the universe. The universe knows that I'm trying to get as many people through the door before they slam it shut. I'm trying to get as many people through the door before they slam it shut. That's why this channel is probably one of the most heavily shadow banned channels. Who's ever taught you about Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Israel? Whoever taught you about Nespresso coffee? Nobody but Crypto Hulk. But no, I was thinking, you know, some people, they're all talking about, oh, what's going to happen with the Clarities Act on the 14th. Look, I'm not trying to be a buzzbuster. What I do on this channel is I try to look at reality and facts as best as I can find them. Then I make decisions on the facts that we find. I don't get married to my crypto. I don't even give a shit. One that's good for 5-6 years, sell it off and buy another. So fucking what? That's just what I do. Don't do what I do. Do what the fuck you think you got to do. Why? Because I do what the fuck I got to do. All right? I'm not here to be nice. I regularly kick people off the program, ban them. I don't care if you're a membership or not. That doesn't mean a fucking thing to me. You're nobody special. You're just one person I'm trying to help talk sense into. Look, whether some people are going to be like this. Oh, yeah, the Clarities Act. Oh, man. Oh, wow. And then it doesn't happen or there's a no vote. And they're like, oh, man, this crypto space is just so fucked up. Look, for me, with the Clarities Act, I don't even give a shit. Some people are like to be Crypto Hulk. What do you think about the Clarities Act? No. They're going to vote on it. I'm like, nothing. I don't give a shit. But Crypto Hulk, no, all the other channels are hyping it up. You got to get hyper about it, Crypto Hulk. I don't have to do a fucking thing. It happens when it does. I had somebody else ask me this kind of thing. It happens when it does. I don't know when this fucking Clarities thing goes. Maybe next year. See, I'm fine with it. Like, I've been here for so many years. I've seen all the dumb shit channels. Oh, Ripple's going to take over Swift. No, they're not, dumbass. All these fucking people with this dumb shit. Oh, on July 23rd, this is going to happen. And it doesn't. Look, as far as a Black Swan event, that's like folklore. Like, who made that shit up? People talk about it. I don't know how all this goes down. You know what I do know is I find facts, I do research, I invest how I see fit, and I wait. That's it. I don't give a shit what fucking happens or when it happens. I have no idea. That shit does not concern me. Some of you have got yourself, how can I put this? You don't base yourself on facts. If you watch Crypto Hulk channel, that's why, so I'm going to plug my channel. I have a membership now. It is called the Crypto Hulk Millionaires Club. It's $200 a month, pay as you go. You want to stop 1 month? Stop. I'm not here to try to sell you a used car you don't want to buy. You want access to private videos where we have investment choices for you? You have a choice to invest or not. That's the choice. I'm going to show you cryptos that are new. We just did the other day. Zilliqa, pretty awesome. I threw some money into that one. But Crypto Hulk, I invested yesterday, and I'm not rich today. Okay, and your point is, Crypto Hulk, you've been talking about crypto for 6 years. You're not rich. Okay? Still not getting the point. See, look. I don't care. Like, what I do is I do research. Let me explain again. I'm not the fortune teller here. Zoltar is, or Mr. Shiny White Teeth, but he'll make predictions and none of them come true. What I do here is I research, I show you information based on fact. I report to you stuff that I find, my findings. Then you can make decisions about whether you want to buy a crypto or not. Some days we learn about how something works. There's nothing to buy. All this takes off when it does. If you need money bad, then go out and get a fucking job. Work 60 hours a week like me. Work for like 6 years like me and only take a week's vacation in 6 years. I don't fucking care, man. See, I'm beyond the point of giving a fuck. I like doing the research stuff. I like to call people up. You guys will send me a message. I'll call you right back. It's that easy. Let's just talk business. When you get on the phone, it's all business, man. I'm not here to try to socialize and be your friend and shit like that. That's not what this is. 1-800-GET-A-FRIEND. That's a different phone number than mine, okay? I'm here to guide you through the sea of bullshit, okay? That's what my job is. I'm like a tour guide, okay? And my job is to be polite and friendly to help you be successful. That's my job. So I can facilitate more people joining and have the time to discuss business stuff, sure. Because the ultimate goal is you're trying to be rich through this thing. Then after that, to stay happy, you have to help people. That's the key to happiness. This is my commandment, that ye love one another, that your joy may be full. Now, you don't have to believe in the Bible. I don't give a shit whether you believe it or not, honestly. Actually, I don't even care what you fucking believe in. You could come from a monkey. I don't fucking care. See, that's where I'm at. I just don't fucking care what you believe. What I believe is that the people all throughout the history in what we call the Bible, and whether Bible it's the Ethiopian Bible, I don't give a shit about that either. The fact is, I believe there's a universal belief and truth that when you help other people, it helps you. It helps you. That's why I give people service dogs and shit like that for veterans or people who have personality deficits, that there's something missing in their life, and you give them a damn dog, and it's like you have to learn to care for something else. And when you start, you have to live, you will find out. Mothers know this. Mothers, and there's fathers out there, know this. When you have something to live for that's more important than yourself, a man will go to the ends of the earth to get that shit done. When a man, like what made me grow up the most was when my first daughter was born, and I stopped being selfish. I used to like to go out to buy sportswear. Can you tell? But I'd go out and buy like Nike shoes all the time, and just, it didn't matter. Like sport, oh, that's a cool jacket. But then when she was in my, at the time, wife's stomach, I'm like, oh, damn. And then I remember we walked by, we were at the Great Mall in Milpitas, and we went by some store. I used to go buy 4 or 5 pairs of shoes at a time, you know, like $400 or $500 and shit like that. But then I looked at her stomach, and the wife's like, let's go get some shoes for you before the baby's born. I'm like, you know what? I know, because I can't take money away from my kid, you know? And then I remember that day very specifically. That's the day where I stopped being selfish and had to care about something more important than myself. Then there's other times, I'm not going to get into all that shit, but you guys have to, because you're all going to get rich. Like, if you watch this program, I was just telling this woman yesterday, I was talking to her, if you're watching this program, you have to get rich. There's no way, unless you don't have any money and you're not but if you buy normal amounts of crypto, you buy normal amounts, and you have actually some kind of money to buy crypto, then you have to be rich. And if you already invested some money, well, you'll make a good chunk of change then. I can't say you'll be rich, but your investments will be worth it. But this is a program where you have to invest in yourself. This crypto, there's no greater calling, Hulk. Sometimes you have to have a dream in your head You have to have something inside of you to become so far better. Like, I don't care about the circumstance. I go in that fucking cold plunge for 9 minutes at 33 degrees, and I just fucking beast it out, man. It doesn't fucking matter. I've been working out for 41 years, 6 days a week, about 2 hours a day. I just fucking do it. Some days it's better than others, but it's just something that I fucking do. I don't care what happens today in crypto. This crypto's up 30, 40%. Great. Awesome. Because tomorrow it's down 30, 40%. This is how it is, man. It doesn't fucking matter. I look at an end goal. I decide in my head and in my heart and in my mind and soul what I want to do, and then I just fucking do it no matter what. Every once in a while, I'll reevaluate and see how things are going. Do I need to change this plan or not? Or that plan? Okay, change this, tweak that a little bit. Then boom, keep going. I don't care day to day what it happens. I don't care what the crypto news is day to day. It doesn't fucking matter. See, that's why my mentality is the way that it is. I get done whatever I've had to get done. I've done some pretty cool shit in my life because I just develop plans. I put in my heart and in my mind a vision, and I just fucking do it. That's how it goes. Some days are great, some are bad, some are shitty, some are awesome, and that's just how life is. Like a box of chocolates, right? Did you learn that from Forrest Gump? So this Crypto Hulk show is designed for you to watch this program and follow along on our journey. That's why I'm opening up very soon. I'm going to have video where it's just for us to invest in certain cryptos if you choose to. And maybe after a week or two, I'll release them to the general public, but I'll give you guys all enough time to get in. Maybe Crypto Hulk, I need another 2 weeks till I get paid. Okay, fine. I'll release the video after 2 weeks or whatever, But this is an investing channel. This is for investors. And whenever that day comes, I've been here for 6 years. I've been working out for 41 years. It doesn't fucking faze me. I'll be working out 9 years from today or 8 years from today. It'll be 50 years of working out 6 days a week. That's just what I fucking do. You have to get yourself in a certain mentality where you're going to achieve your goal no matter what. And like I said, every so often, you got to look at your plan, make sure you're on the right path. Can I do something better? Yes, no. If not, okay, keep going. 3-6 months later, check in with yourself. How's my plan going? That's just what I do. So, did Zoltar go on vacation? No, what Zoltar does, he's a drug addict and he snorts massive amounts of coke. That's his vacation. Jerry's in Australia. He says, have you guys done the Clarity Act yet? I hope not. I'm still buying. I mean, so that's how it is too. I was telling the person yesterday I was talking to, look, until crypto takes off, I don't know when it is. I'm not even fucking concerned. I told this person yesterday, this woman I was talking to, I said, hey, I stopped buying crypto in May 2020. So that was 6 years ago. I bought gold and silver coins after that. I've had it on my channel, gold and silver coins, for like 5 years. While everybody was buying crypto and stuff, I had bought my XRP and VeChain, and that's it. And it was just gold and silver coins from 2020 to when I hooked up with Caleb Brown, January of 25. I stopped buying gold, silver, and it was crypto after that. So I'm kind of like catching up. So I've been buying crypto for about 1 year and 3 months out of 6 years. So I'm fine with the Clarities Act taking whatever time. I'm just accumulating dirt cheap crypto. It's great. I love it. Okay. Would I like to be rich now? Yeah. Would I like to be super rich later? Yeah. So I can wait. Like that. This is how I am. Like, I don't fucking care. Whatever happens, I will adjust and make the best of it, good or bad. That's just how life is. When things are great, great. When things get tough, they get tough. That's just how the life is. Some years are lean, like the 7 fat years and the 7 lean years, right? with Joseph trying to protect the people. Sometimes you see stuff. Like right now, we've been going through 7 lean years, but I think there's going to be 7 fat years ahead of us. And then you're going to have the bad people trying to take it all. So, like we all kind of know this, we're going to get rich. It's been like a lean 7 years. We've been running Crypto Hulk Show, 6 years, but, and then eventually we'll get rich. So let us start this program. Welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. I'm going to do my best to do research. And I have been doing my best for 6 years, but I'm really super duper trying to do my best. Super D-duper, like Barney says. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know nothing about, the only thing I know about is drug use. Hardcore street drug use, heroin, cocaine, peyote, mushrooms, LSD, Propanol. I drink 5 gallons of Propanol a day, Stephen Morris. And he'll still be like, oh, that's rookie. Those are rookie numbers. I'm like, 5 gallons of Propanol. Rookie number. Oh God, he's watching. Oh shit. I gotta be careful. Stephen Morris is always on duty, it looks like. All right. Yeah, I'd be the worst person. I'd be the worst person you'd ever get financial advice from or any kind of crypto advice. Okay. We've got a massive deep dive here. I got to figure out where I want to start this thing. One of them, let's start off with a lightweight. Ripple launches staking rewards. Okay. This is for, now remember, Ripple deals with wholesale, not people like you and me. So I don't know why you're getting, some people get all excited and all giddy if Ripple does something. Stuart Lavelle. Oh, shit. Okay, Hulk, I'll do this just to talk to you about Thailand. Authenticity is key. Well, he wants to talk about Thailand. My goal is to be there in 2027. I'm buying everything I can on my American Express card, and that's going to give me a free first-class ticket for 2 to Thailand and maybe even cover my hotel room for a week or 2. I have no idea. I'm high on Pepto-Bismol. Okay, Stuart Lavelle. May 12th. Okay. Hook up. For people that wanted to get into a Crypto Hulk membership, here's how you contact me. There's the article there if you want to read the article for a minute. Instagram, it's at there's the Instagram, the X or Twitter. Right there. The profile. So there's that, copy and a paste. There. Okay, now, first thing I want to show you, really quick, what we got here is Ripple comes out with staking. Now, Ripple has nothing to do with you. You're retail. Ripple has nothing to do with you. You're retail, all right? What we got here, I want you to see, this whole Ripple thing is the government and all that. You're going to start seeing, notice how Ripple just now comes out with staking. Like everything is planned. It's like breadcrumbs. You follow the breadcrumbs, okay? Ripple has had all this technology for so many years. Ripple Singapore was 2013, 14. What we have right here, official launch. XRP staking rewards is now live. See, what's going to happen, what it looks like is the institutions, somehow they all get to stake and to earn rewards and money. You and me don't. Like, I'm trying to figure out how is it, let me try to understand this one. How is it that our little bit of money retail has, it is bad for the banks, right? Our little money is so bad for the banks that, because if we buy a stable coin or something, it's going to hurt the banks. But how is it that the trillions and trillions of institutional money, that's okay for them to stake and not put it in the banks? You see what I mean? This is the idiocy. I'm not seeing my other channels aren't bringing this up, but how is it that our little retail money is so important for the banks that the banks don't want us to have staking and shit, right? And earning yield, but it's okay for the institutions with their billions and trillions and quadrillions. It's okay for them. That's not going to hurt the banking system. When institutions all around the world do all that, that's okay. But it's your and me, $20 here, $100 there, $1,000 there. That's going to bring down the banks. Really? Because I'm not understanding that shit. Retail is like the brokies. How are the brokies? This doesn't make any sense. See what I mean? Slavery. God forbid we come up. Today, we are thrilled to announce the launch of our new XRP staking platform, a financial-grade solution designed to reward the XRP community with the security, speed, and transparency that define the Ripple network. Yield worth the wait. So what I believe is, well, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. Well, what about Flare Finance? Oh, yeah. Isn't Flare supposed to be doing all this DeFi and staking shit? Yeah. Well, Crypto Hulk, what's going on with that? I don't have all the answers. I know that Ripple deals with wholesale and institutions and not retail. So Flare seems to me that it would handle retail people like you and me. I think we'll have some kind of staking, but I don't know exactly how all that goes. I have to wait for all this Clarity's Act of filing. You know, in the end, we get fucked. So I don't have all the answers, everybody, but I'm reading these articles to show you how there's some very interesting things going on. How Ripple's rolling out all the staking for the institutions, but we can't, you and me can't do that. Well, but we got this much money. Well, we got that much money and we can't stake, but institutions can with their billions and trillions and quadrillions. How's that not going to hurt the bank? See, this is what I'm talking about, everybody. This shit does not make any fucking sense. I'm just here to bring up questions, not to always bring you answers, okay? Ripple's paying out about 5% annual percentage yield. So I'm just showing you that right there. Let me click out of that. I'm showing you that because it's all coming. Now, here is the main event we'll be talking about today. Crypto wallets, everybody. They're coming, and they're going to be passing them out like candy. We are getting ready. There's the article right there. Crypto wallets. Now, here we go. Now, remember, Coinbase is, I'm just going to say, is the biggest crypto exchange in the entire world. On their left side, their partner is JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world. And on the right side is BlackRock, the biggest investment company in the world. Something is being set up right here. Look right here. Crypto wallets just got rebuilt for a world run by AI. You know what's something I've always told you? When we all got a crypto wallet inside of this motherfucker, or maybe you got a little card, an NFC card or whatever that is, maybe you got a microchip planted there, they shove one up your ass, whatever it is, you're chipped up your ass. I've already been telling you now, until you got that crypto wallet in here, ain't shit gonna happen, okay? Until the normies and the brokies can just use crypto at 7-Eleven to buy a Slurpee. Maybe you go to the store somewhere, gasoline, get gasoline. Until the normies and the brokies have a crypto wallet that they can use, then you know we're getting super duper close. Right here, they just rebuilt the wallet, everybody, with AI. Coinbase did. The biggest of the big. That's what happens. No, nothing's going to happen unless it comes out of Coinbase, JP Morgan, and BlackRock. Nothing. Everything comes from, it emanates. That's the big word for today. It emanates from them. Let's read this article. Banks require a government-issued ID. Credit cards require a physical applicant. Payment processors require multi-factor authentication from a person. An artificial intelligence agent has none of those things. Traditional financial infrastructure was built around human account holders, with know your customer, rules, signatures, and liability frameworks. Autonomous software does not qualify. Well, crypto wallets work differently. A wallet is a cryptographic key pair that exists independently of human identity. An agent can hold stable coins, sign transactions, and settle payments in seconds without a bank account or credit score. Coinbase, see what's happening now, I don't know if you've seen, they're trying to undo like this credit score thing, because you can't have everybody like banking the unbanked and all this shit if they got shitty ass credit scores. If these people have no credit whatsoever, they're not going to be able to get into this financial system. So that's why you're seeing like this AI stuff come in where you don't need a person. Your credit score is not important. These kinds. This is what's happening. We've got to get those fucking wallets and these things right here. These crypto wallets. We've got to have them in there. Okay, that's what's happening now. It's like the public ad campaign's going to start. I started telling you that 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. There's going to be a big push, a public ad campaign to try to educate people. We now have installed a digital crypto wallet. Here's how you use it. They got to get this. Crypto is not taking off. Crypto is not taking off until everybody has got those damn crypto wallets with AI on your phone, inside your person, whatever they call it, okay? Coinbase launched what is called, here we go. I try to show you the first of everything. Here we go. I want to let you know, this is where this starts. Coinbase launched what it called the first wallet infrastructure built specifically for AI. The product gives agents, robots, the ability to hold and spend money autonomously within guardrails set by the user. Session caps let users set a maximum the agent can spend per session. Individual transaction limits are enforced at the infrastructure layer. Now, here we go, everybody. It starts to get real deep right here. The X402 protocol, that's it right there. That's where today's deep dive will go. The X402 protocol underneath had already processed 50 million transactions at launch, enables machine-to-machine payments. Wait a sec, Crypto Hulk. Since we're talking about machine-to-machine payments, isn't that like with HBAR and Seals Q? Oh, machine-to-machine payments. That's what all that Seal coin's going to be. Machine-to-machine payments and satellites, huh? Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. This is about to get really, really grande. Grande papacito. This wallet, this X402 protocol, everybody, has already had 50 million transactions. They've been testing this over the time. Oh, man. Because you want to know why? This technology is what Ripple invented in 2014, the interledger protocol that was put into the internet that I've been telling you about, and these other channels just don't even talk about that. Oh, man. Crypto Hulk, you've prepared us perfectly. Today's show, we're going to get into this X402 protocol. What is this X402 protocol that Google has? Well, Coinbase, it's a mixture of Google and these companies. It's the best of the best. Everybody, what this X402 is, it's that plug and play. Let me tell you a little story. Let me zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. Let me tell you what we got going on here. What we have in 1997, the United States government, and it wasn't Al Gore and Bill Clinton. The internet's been around for like probably not 1997, probably in the 50s and 60s. It kind of started all this shit. All right. It's all government, DARPA stuff, DOD and all that. I'm going to give you very basic shit because I'm not trying to complicate stuff, nor give you a history lesson on secret agencies that I know nothing about. In 1997, the world was introduced to what we call now the internet. I was in college, I think a junior. My first child in marriage was born, and I was teaching driver's ed on the weekends to teenagers in the classroom and behind the wheel. That was fun. And then Monday through Friday, go to school, babysit my kid, go to college and shit. It was a great life. I was working every day for years. And in 1997, the internet was released to the world as a means to control the world. Now, it didn't take too much longer that Facebook, the little ass kisser, he did the most brilliant job for the Central Intelligence, and I can't say agencies and all that, is people would start broadcasting all their business on this Facebook, and then the government could monitor everything. The best tool to find who's using drugs, who are the criminals, and they would send texts to each other and the government would just read all this stuff. It was brilliant. But anyhow, in 1997, this internet got released to everybody, and the goal was to control the entire world. But there was a problem. In order to control everybody, you got to control the money. That's one of the most powerful ways. You control people a lot of different ways, but if you can control the money, then you can control everything. So that's what happened. The internet was created, but there was a portion of the internet that they hadn't quite fixed, and it was called HTTP 402. And let's imagine a USB drive. Well, they didn't have the plug to push it and plug it and play. They were missing the technology for what? Interoperable payment platform. Now it starts getting real interesting and kind of fun, okay? So in 97, I was 27, going to school. I don't even think I used a computer to even graduate because computers, like the technology of the internet just kind of came out. I don't even remember. Maybe I typed papers or something, but we didn't really use the internet at all because it had just been discovered in 97. So it would take them a year or two to work that into the educational system. So anyhow, in 2014, So 1997 to 2014, by then I'm 34 years old. Well, I was older than that. But in 2014, I was 44. In 2014, Ripple came up with the Interledger protocol, and it was a platform that they gave to the World Wide Web, the people that own the internet right now. Ripple invented this platform that would make it possible. And what they did is they sent Bitcoin on the XRP ledger and stuff. So they created some interoperability. And that was 12 years ago. And then just recently, Coinbase and a bunch of other companies invented what's called X402. That is the final, everybody. That is the final deal. That's where everybody gets hooked. And they built that on top of Ripple's Interledger protocol. And they're now plugging it in play into the internet. Everybody, here's the moment we've been waiting for. The moment we're waiting for is here. We now have global interoperability through X402, utilizing the HTTP 402 placeholder in the internet that was invented to us in 1997. We now have the ability for interoperable payments. They've fixed it and made it all done. It only took them 29 years to do all this, okay? Mission accomplished. Now the whole world can get all tied up together. What is this wallet thing? That's the technology that'll enable you from your wallet to go into the internet and move any kind of value around, anything. You can use Porsche. You're going to have where you can have Porsche stock from Porsche Motor Company, and go to McDonald's and buy a fucking hamburger with that. That's what I've been telling you all these years, right? All these years, I said, you can go into McDonald's and buy a hamburger with Burger King stock. They're going to have that ability to interchange. That's what the X402 is. That's why we're going over this article today about Coinbase and all of its partners, and Ripple is all up in there. They've got that solved. Everybody, we will soon be having crypto wallets in these phones. That's where we're going. If you're watching Crypto Hulk Show, you're watching the evolution of all this happening right in front of you, okay? Let's go over that. Ed 105 boys. For Chucky's delivery driver, keeping him high. That's exactly what we do over here. Thanks, Hulk. You got it right. You are literally watching this. Let's go to this article here. So that's the Coinbase. You got Amazon Web Service involved in this. Look, Amazon is a massive Ripple partner. I'm not going to show you the article. We'd be here for 2 or 3 hours if I showed every single bit of evidence. I've already shown all this stuff before. What we got, Amazon. Now watch this. This one's interesting. Let's go right with here. NASDAQ, the stock exchange, listed something called Owl Ting Group. Owl, like Owl Ting, Ting, all one word group. They also unveiled an Owl Pay wallet. For agents at the conference, a self-custody wallet letting AI assistants manage stable coins. Now we go here to Amazon. Amazon has what's called Bedrock Core Agent Core Payments in partnership with Coinbase. So Amazon, look, all these are connected all together. They all help make this, okay? This is all a big government operation. Amazon Web Service launched Amazon Bedrock Agent Core Payments. Now, Amazon is going to be releasing a wallet. Oh, man. Coinbase is going to release their wallet. Everybody's going to release their wallet. And that's when Crypto Hawk was like, told you so. If you don't got that, see, that's why I'm not. That's why I'm not getting all hyped up for no reason within his crypto. If I don't have a wallet on my phone, if the average person doesn't have a crypto wallet, I ain't fucking budging, man. Ain't shit gonna happen. Okay, ain't fucking thing. Okay, how the fuck is crypto supposed to take off if nobody has any wallets? Oh, well, that's a good point, Crypto Hulk. Oh God. Amazon launched Amazon Bedrock Agent Core Payments in partnership with who? Coinbase. That means you got JP Morgan and BlackRock right in there. Now, Stripe's involved. Why is Stripe important? Because Stripe years ago tried to buy Ripple. Stripe went into, let's say, business with Jed McCaleb. That's the guy that helped make Ripple and Stellar. Stripe owns 1 out of 25 Stellar Lumens. That's who's involved in this. They're letting AI agents build on Bedrock. Oh, Amazon's platform is being built on to pay for AI, web content, MCP servers, and other digital service in real time using stable coins. Developers connect, here we go, either a Coinbase CDP wallet or a Stripe Privy wallet. They're all coming out with these AI wallets, everybody. This X402 shit, it's coming. I don't know when we're going to start using them, but you know what that means? We are getting super de-duper close. These wallets right here, transactions settle in roughly 200 milliseconds. Oh my God. They're using USD Circle on Ethereum's base network and Solana, people. It's coming. You got to see this right here. See, you can't make plans. Well, when is it going to happen, Crypto Hulk? Don't ask those dumb questions. Please don't do that. You need to change your mindset, okay? This happens when it happens. I'm showing you right now how all of this is getting rolled out. We don't have a time and a date. Look, you've got to get past whatever fucked up shit's in your head. Okay? You will not be able to predict any of this. Seriously? There's people at JP Morgan all around the world, these financial advisors with AI trying to predict this and that, and you're going to be like, well, tell us, Crypto Hulk, when do you think it's going to happen? I'm like, oh my God, quit. That's why you're a brokey. That's why the rich call you dumb money, okay? I'm trying to help you. When you ask a question like that, you're that guy in the room everybody's wearing black and you're wearing white. Crypto Hulk, do you know when the date and time is? The whole room, everybody's wearing black clothing, and you're that guy in a white suit. And you're like, okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you exactly this right here has never happened before. We are now at the placeholder HTTP 402. We now have the plug and play that was just put in there, the zip drive or whatever. The zip drive was just plugged in. It's called X402. The whole world now is interoperable. Any kind of payment you could use, like I said, use Porsche stock to go buy gasoline at Chevron, okay? It don't matter. All of this is plugged in. All these companies, Amazon, Google, all of them have Ripple connections. Ripple made the HTTP 402. Like Ripple made the port, and then Coinbase provided the plug-in to the port that Ripple made to the internet. The internet was made. There was a placeholder left in 1997. 17 years later, Ripple comes in, builds the port, but had to wait until now where Coinbase and everybody else plugs it in. There's a plug, like a USB plug, and they stick that thing in there. Now it's showtime, everybody. Now they have the ability to get everybody a wallet. Everybody gets connected. And they've had 50 million transactions, not one single mistake. They're not allowed to make a mistake with this. We are now at a point, everybody, we've been talking about for years. Let me check my time here. 45 minutes. Okay, we're still doing good. Let's look at an article right here. Let's go over the X402 protocol. It's not a third-party add-on. It was created by Coinbase developer platform team. It's the U.S. government. They send people in there and look, ain't nothing happening. The richest, look, Coinbase, JP Morgan, BlackRock. That's who's involved in this. The richest people in the world, okay? Then the government comes in to help them control us. That's what all this is, to enslave everybody. You'll see in about 5, 10 years, 15 at the most. You'll see, damn, this really is some kind of slave system where they can control everything. Yep, that's what this is. The creator is Eric Reppel, R-E-P-P-E-L, head of engineering at Coinbase. Brian Armstrong, of course, has his hands all over this. X402 Foundation, co-founded by Coinbase, Cloudflare, Amazon, Circle, the Near Protocol. Oh, man. Now, who else is involved? Let's look right here. I'll give you the names of the cryptos and the companies. Stripe. We already discussed that's basically Ripple. I'm sorry, they're running on Stellar. Circle's involved. Polygon Labs, Stripe, Aiden, Fiserv, Ripple partner, Fiserv from day one. Fiserv was right there, everybody. I'm not going to show you the evidence. I've shown it so many times over the years. Let's scroll through here. Amazon launches Amazon Bedrock Agent Care. Amazon will be having their wallet, everybody. This X402, remember, it starts at the top. Coinbase, JP Morgan, BlackRock. Those are the big. You got, look, the left side, you got JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world. On the other side, BlackRock, the biggest investment company in the world. Who do you got in the middle? Crypto, the biggest crypto exchange in the world. That's the three kings right there, isn't it? The banking, investment world, and the crypto world. All the biggest of the big. That's why it comes from them. They create the platform. See, look, Ripple created all this stuff, all these different cryptos. You got fucking Avalanche. Okay, 10,000 cryptos. The rich people are going to control the world. The little slaves are all the little tech people. You know, they pay them $300,000 a year, $350,000 a year to invent all this shit. Okay, you're fired. That's why right now, all these tech companies, they're laying off all these motherfuckers. You see that? Facebook's laying off 8,000 today. Besides all these other companies, they're all laying off. See, all the slaves are getting laid off. You see this? See how this is working? The AI comes in, gets rid of all the fucking slaves. The rich people at the top now control the in and out, the on and off ramps. They're going to see how all this works. All these slaves, Ripple's a slave. They're part of the government, but the true 5 families of the world, they're the slave holders. Everybody else is a slave. Even Ripple, they're government contractors. They're little minions, okay? They work for the man. So that's how all this is getting laid out. Amazon is coming up with, they've got their X402, and everything will be X402 based. That's how they control the whole platforms of all the entire worlds, the ons and off ramps. This is all being laid out right in front of our eyes right here. This wallet stuff, they're talking about early testers, Warner Brothers and Discovery. like Discovery, I guess, Channel. Those are the early testers, okay? XRP and all this crypto shit, we were all just test rats to make sure that it works. Let me scroll through. Google Cloud is a partner of this. And there's something called pay.sh. If we have time, we'll get into that later. It's an X402 gateway for Gemini and 50 other providers. But Google made this pay.sh. There's the Linux, Linux Foundation is involved in this. Amazon, Cloudflare, Stripe's involved. And all that stellar right there. That's stellar. American Express was involved in this from day one. Oh, here is the Wikipedia. If some of you, if you want to learn a little more deeper on this, I've read this multiple times, but this right here helps you to understand. Here's a Wikipedia article about the Interledger Foundation, the history of the Interledger, what it is, the X402. They just recently added that. Let's read this right here. In 2015, the World Wide Web Consortium, those are the people that now own the internet since 2015. They hosted what is called the Interledger Payments Community Group. It was started by Ripple. Members included representatives from Ripple Labs, the National Association of Convenience Stores like 7-Eleven and Circle K. The Federal Reserve Bank was there. American Express was there. All these people knew about all this. The group discussed using Interledger Protocol to solve the compatibility issues between global payment networks. So back then, we didn't have interoperability. There was problems. One payment network really could not communicate with another and do business, okay? So what happened is when the internet was made, there was a placeholder put in the internet. They made a port, let's say. It was called HTTP 402, payment required. It was a status code in 1997 to indicate digital content is accessible only after payment is made, but remained largely unused due to global fragmentation in digital payments. Now, we're reading here, X402 is an open payment standard for internet native transactions built on the HTTP protocol. So, like I said, the internet was made in 97. There was a portion of the internet called HTTP 402. It was a place that was going to handle all the global payments, but we didn't have an interoperable platform. They had to go from 1997 to 2014-15. Then Ripple invented software, which is the Interledger Protocol, to get plugged in there. That's 2014. It took until right now where Coinbase and the partners have the thing called X402 protocol. They plug that USB drive right in there. And now the internet is interoperable, everybody, for the first time. Now they're putting this technology in wallets so that wallets, all these crypto wallets, can now connect to the internet to be interoperable. That is what we've been going over today. All these banks we've been going over. All these payment companies, Amazon, American Express, Circle, Pfizer, Google, Kakao Bay, MasterCard, Polygon, Microsoft, we can go on and on. They're all mixed up in this. Visa, they all, probably 30 companies, maybe 50, they're all in there helping to form all this. Now, who are the major ones? Amazon, Ripple partner. Stripe, massive stellar partner. Coinbase, well, they're partnering with JP Morgan and BlackRock. Cloudflare, you got SDK mixed up with Cloudflare. That's probably the Ethereum virtual machine, Cosmo SDK. You got Google Cloud all mixed up in there. Ripple partner. WorldCoin, you know, that's the iris scan thing. That's WorldCoin. That goes all the way back to Ripple. WorldCoin, I was the only one that showed you this. WorldCoin was originally World Dollar. Okay, that was Ripple. A Ripple partner. You got CoinGecko, Circle Wallets, Hyperbolic, Open Mind. Those were other companies involved here. So, the 1997 HTTP 402, it went unused for nearly 30 years. Ripple Labs addressed the interoperability challenge, and they created the Interledger protocol, like I said. Bill and Melinda Gates was involved with this with MojoLoop, and that's a Ripple partner. They worked on web monetization that was 12 years ago. The practical, the X402 we're talking about now, that is the practical web layer solution that arrived in 2025 when Coinbase's developer platform team invented and launched X402. It allows autonomous, that's for AI, it allows autonomous machine-to-machine stablecoin micropayments, primarily on Circle, Base, and Solana. Linux was involved. Amazon Web Service is involved, like we said. Stripe is involved, Circle, Solana, Google, Polygon, Aiden, Fiserv, Kakao Pay, American Express, MasterCard, Visa, all these are Ripple partners. Shopify. They've already done 50 million transactions with no red flags, no issues. That's basically what that is. Let me click out of that. Dribbles just got rebuilt, I think. That is done. X402. What is pay.sh? Let me do a quick little look here. Google Cloud launches pay.sh. Pay.sh. It was launched May 2026. Oh, shit. This was launched May 5th. 7 days ago, this was just launched, everybody. It's an open source gateway service and API marketplace created by Solana Foundation with Google Cloud. They're working together. Its core purpose is to enable autonomous AI agents to discover, access, and pay per request for enterprise and community. It functions as an API proxy hosted on Google Cloud Platform. Google's a massive Ripple partner. Built on the open X402 protocol. So this is what's happening. This X402 platform is being put, everybody's going to be working on that. Everybody is going to integrate the Coinbase X402 platform. Here we got Payish. This is hooked up with Solana and Google, and they're utilizing the X402. This is what we're seeing here. The X402 is being put into this Solana Google platform for AI payment, artificial intelligence robot payments. So we're seeing all this right now. I know on my wallet, let's look at this real quick. Here's my wallet for Apple Pay, my wallet. It will, I'm just letting you know the future. This is my Apple wallet right here. It's got a digital wallet. This will integrate X402 very soon. There'll be some kind of an upgrade for Apple. There'll be this Apple update and whatever amount of time it is, a week, 2 weeks, or whatever. And then they will load in. They'll make it so easy. They will load in a crypto wallet on top of the X402 platform. That will be built into this. You'll see. That gets us closer and closer. That's how, if I don't have this wallet, if Apple doesn't update the wallet, the crypto wallet with the X402, ain't shit gonna happen. Nothing. Everybody's got to have that in there. All these companies are gonna have this X402. That's how we all get ready. Then we can buy and sell crypto because we have the X402 in there. That's how all this takes off, and that's why we spent the whole show talking about this. This is massive right here. This is the first time this has ever happened. They are now putting this X402 starting now into everything. That's how we all get connected. I'm just looking at all the companies involved in this. They are all getting hooked up. This is how it has to happen to connect everybody, this X402. And I think what I'll do is I'll hold off right here. Oh, wait a second. We have another person. Bake City just joined up. Okay. Bake City 82, May 12th. All right, contact me on that social media there. We'll get you hooked up right away. And I think that'll about do it for this program. So just to wrap it up, what we're seeing now is we have a Clarities Act that's coming, whenever that might be. We're seeing all the stock markets hooking up with crypto platforms. We're seeing the biggest banks in the world getting involved in crypto like this, getting involved in wallets. We got news last week or whatever that Wells Fargo is going to have a crypto everything to do with crypto. And guess what? My Wells Fargo wallet will have some kind of X402 integration. You'll see. The Apple Pay will have that integration. My Wells Fargo will do an update. The phone app, that'll have the X402 in there. That's getting us all set up. Stu Lavelle says, cheers, Hulk. Great info. So this is what I'm showing you now. It's being hooked up. I don't know when this shit takes off. We don't even have the X402 in our phone. Ain't shit gonna happen. You aren't getting rich until that shit happens, at least. We have to have the availability to accept crypto and to spend it, and that's only going to be with the X402 app. That's how this works. I'm showing you right here. On Crypto Hulk Show, we have to look at facts that I find. This is the first time this has ever happened. We now have an interoperable wallet, the X402, with artificial intelligence. This is how the future is. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'll see you on the next live stream.